Feel free to check out my TeePublic after the video, and support me on Patreon. Watch till the end of the video for more. Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam proved itself to be a success, pulling in higher ratings compared to its predecessor, while also being a huge step up for the series. And the question was, what was next for Gundam? Well, a week after its completion came Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta, which was a direct follow-up to Zeta Gundam, yet a little different. It was originally meant to act as a second season of Zeta Gundam at first, with Char Aznable as the main character, but it was decided that the show would feature a new main cast of characters, and that Char would get the spotlight eventually, as Mobile Suit Gundam Char's counterattack had already been greenlit. Director Yoshiyuki Tomino also had a tendency to go back and forth between tones in different series, like how Space Runaway Ideon and Zambot 3 have a dark tone, and Combat Mecha Zabungle and Daitong 3 were more lighthearted, as he always tried experimenting with varying tones for different series. On top of that, Double Zeta had some new writers, as well as more mech designers, like Mika Akitaka, Yutaka Izubuchi, and Hajime Katoki. Composer Shigeaki Segusa, who did the score for Zeta Gundam, would also return for Double Zeta. For starters, Double Zeta has a funny yet incredibly catchy and awesome opening. Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta picks up where Zeta Gundam left off, where after his battle against Shirako, Camille Badon is in a vegetative state in the care of Fa Yuri. Meanwhile, a group of junk collectors cross paths with the Aayug ship, the Argama, and gets recruited by Captain Bright Noah as they fight the forces of Axis Zeon, now called Neo Zeon, led by Haman Karn. Our main character is a new type named Judo Ashita, who would pilot the Double Zeta Gundam, and leads the franchise's first Gundam team. Unlike Amuro and Camille, he's more hot-blooded, being more spontaneous in nature. The characters of Double Zeta, mainly the new ones, are very unique and make for lots of interesting interactions and drama, especially from characters like L, Ru, Bicha, Glemmy, Chara, Mashimur, and other members of the Gundam team and Neo Zeon. Considering the tone of Double Zeta, which I'll get to in a bit, they really found a way to make the characters very enjoyable and likable. The scoring may not be as epic or memorable as Zeta Gundam's, and definitely not as catchy, intense, and upbeat as Joe Hisaishi and Takeo Watanabe's score for Gundam 79, but it's fairly solid. As for the tone of Double Zeta, it's definitely going to come off as jarring at first, especially after you finish Zeta Gundam, which was a very dark series, but I was able to warm up to it and embrace it. Though, as the show progresses, it slowly lowers the lighthearted tone and throws some intense drama in there as well, such as the colony drop on Dublin. But because of this, Double Zeta may come off as a bit slow, but it does start to pick up less than halfway through. I also believe the lighthearted nature was a good way to break up the tone of the overall Gundam universe in general. But how about them mobile suits? Well, considering it's a direct follow-up to Zeta Gundam, there aren't a lot of new ones. But the ones that are new are pretty sweet, such as the titular Double Zeta Gundam, as well as the Dovin Wolf, the Arjarja, and the Queen Mansa. In my last review, I talked about how I wish the Psycho Gundam Mark II had more screen time in Zeta Gundam, and I'm glad that it had a bigger role in Double Zeta, though it was really nice seeing Char's Gelgoog again, even if it's not piloted by everyone's favorite Red Comet. When it comes to availability, Double Zeta is, oh for the love of God. Mobile Suit Gundam Double Zeta is by no means a bad series. It may be my least favorite of the 3 original Universal Century shows, but I wouldn't say it's flawed enough to overshadow its good qualities and enjoyment. It may not be such a vital viewing if you're wanting just the core of the Universal Century, but it's certainly a very nice watch, especially if you're wanting to take a break from Gundam's more mature themes, as the characters are very fun and the action and drama is just as awesome as ever. Especially the final battle between the Aayug and Neo Zeon, let alone the final confrontation between Judo and his Double Zeta Gundam, and Haman and her Cubili. And if you're watching this, go support me on Patreon, where you can get early access to videos, receive updates, and behind the scenes content, as well as commissioned video requests. You could also get these sick designs from my TeePublic, such as this set where you can help fight the coronavirus as the RX-78 Gundam. Once I reach enough patrons, I will review the tokusatsu series Red Man, about a man who is red and fights monsters. Now who doesn't love that? If you like what you see, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And join me next time where I review the epic finale of Gundam's original Universal Century series.